Imagine spending weeks pushing your body to its limits. You're lifting heavier weights, doing more sets, training harder than ever before. Then suddenly, you do less. Less weight, less volume, less intensity. To many people, that sounds like losing progress. But what if I told you that sometimes the fastest way to move forward is to temporarily slow down? This is the science behind the deload week. And while it may look like you're doing less on the outside, inside your body, some incredible things are happening. Every workout creates stress. That's not a bad thing. In fact, stress is what drives adaptation. But your body doesn't distinguish between good stress and bad stress. It simply responds. As the weeks go by, fatigue begins to accumulate. Your muscles become tired. Your joints become irritated. Your nervous system becomes overloaded. And recovery starts falling behind. Think of your body like a smartphone. You can keep using it all day, but eventually the battery runs low. A deload week is your body's chance to recharge. One of the biggest benefits of a deload week happens inside your nervous system. Every time you lift a heavy weight, your brain sends signals down the spinal cord and into your muscles. The heavier the lift, the stronger the signal needs to be. After weeks of intense training, this communication system can become fatigued. The result? Slower reactions, reduced strength, poor coordination, and workouts that feel harder than they should. During a deload week, the nervous system finally gets a chance to recover. The brain becomes refreshed, signal quality improves, and your ability to recruit muscle fiber returns. This is one reason many athletes feel surprisingly strong after a deload. Now let's talk about your muscles. Unlike popular belief, muscles don't grow during workouts. They grow while you recover from them. Training creates tiny amounts of damage inside muscle tissue. Normally, the body repairs this damage. But when training is relentless, repair can struggle to keep up. A deload week shifts this balance. Instead of constantly creating new damage, your body can focus on fixing existing damage. Muscle fibers are repaired, inflammation decreases, and the body starts catching up on weeks of unfinished maintenance. Hard training affects more than muscles. It also affects hormones. When training stress becomes excessive, the body often produces more cortisol. Cortisol is known as a stress hormone. In the short term, it's useful, but when levels stay elevated for too long, recovery can suffer. Sleep quality may decline. Energy levels can drop. Motivation can decrease. A deload week helps restore balance. Stress levels begin to fall. Recovery improves, and the body becomes more prepared for future training. Think of it as resetting the internal environment needed for performance. Muscles recover relatively quickly. Connective tissues often don't. Your tendons, ligaments, cartilage. These structures absorb enormous forces during training, but they heal more slowly than muscle tissue. A deload week reduces the workload placed on these structures. It gives them valuable recovery time and may help reduce the risk of overuse injuries that can develop when fatigue is ignored. Sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is give your joints a chance to breathe. Now we arrive at one of the most fascinating concepts in sports science: supercompensation. When you train hard, performance temporarily decreases. You're tired, fatigued, and not fully recovered. But if adequate recovery is provided, the body doesn't simply return to baseline. It often rebounds above it. This is known as supercompensation. Your body over-prepares for future challenges. It becomes stronger, more efficient, and more resilient. The deload week creates the opportunity for this process to happen. Many lifters expect to feel weaker after doing less. Instead, they often experience the opposite. Weights feel lighter, movements feel smoother, energy levels return, strength improves. This isn't magic. It's accumulated fatigue finally disappearing. The fitness you've built was always there. It was simply being hidden underneath exhaustion. The deload removes the fatigue and reveals the performance underneath. The benefits aren't just physical, they're psychological too. Training hard week after week requires focus, discipline, and motivation. Eventually, mental fatigue can build up. Workouts become a chore. Excitement fades. Progress feels stagnant. A deload week provides a mental reset. You miss training a little, motivation returns, and enthusiasm begins to build again. Sometimes your mind needs recovery just as much as your muscles. Many people make the same mistake. They treat a deload week as a test week. They feel good, energy returns, and suddenly they're attempting personal records. But that's missing the point. The purpose of a deload is recovery, not proving how strong you are. Trust the process. Allow recovery to happen fully. The gains come afterwards, not during the week itself. What if you never deload? At first, progress may continue, but eventually fatigue accumulates, performance plateaus, recovery slows, aches become injuries, motivation declines. It's like driving a car without ever servicing the engine. Eventually, something breaks down. Deload weeks help prevent that outcome. They're not a sign of weakness, they're a strategy for longevity. A deload week may look unproductive from the outside, but inside your body, an enormous amount of work is taking place. Your nervous system is recovering, your muscles are repairing, your hormones are rebalancing, your joints are healing, and your body is preparing itself for the next phase of progress. Remember this: fitness isn't just about how hard you can train, it's about how well you can recover. Because the athletes who improve the most over time aren't always the ones who train the hardest, they're often the ones who recover the smartest. If you're enjoying the videos, then can I ask you to like, share, and subscribe? Join us again on the Gain Equation for more science-backed fitness. Set your notification bell so you're notified anytime we upload a video. Thanks.